Vilma? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a heart because... Well, speaking of the play being true to life,
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to... I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she never considered us as potential... Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her, I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled in, well, maybe then she could... And now... That... Paula. So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by O'Reilly.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Vilma once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. Funny you should ask, though. You really...
I certainly do. Come on, everyone.
Off we go!
Oh, this is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep...
As if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the Traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think any...
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted in...
Precisely! And I'm not even the Hydro Archon. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
Hey, lay off, all right? My bluff is hanging from a thread here. I'm sorry. I got carried away. Please help us out, would you?
Aw, too bad. I was so...
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Wind Strider! A bitter pill to swallow.
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's...
I can explain.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will... I care just as much as everyone else about making the little Oceánida. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make...
Vilma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do...
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Vilma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never... But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. The little Oceánid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to... It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods, the drink in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind?